Hello YouTube, Mike at Carbonite Lab again with another video. This time it's Banshees. This again is another unit that sadly in 6th edition is almost dead. I hate to say it, all of us Eldar fans hate to say it, we don't want it to be true, but GW screwed the pooch when they did not give these guys an assault grenade. Banshees are for close combat. That's what they do. The girls go in and they slice everything up. But in 6th edition with the new rule change, sadly without your assault grenades, you're going to get asked out. You're going to have to wait to do your assault. There's a penalty that's given to you because these guys forgot to get their assault grenades handed out to them by the autarch before they left the craft world. In 5th edition, these guys ruled. Jump them out of a transport, you can let them sit for a second. When they assaulted, they go in and destroyed everything. Back when power weapons were power weapons, they could slice their Terminator armor. Not the case in 6th edition. So, real quick, paint scheme. Yep, it's the same as what we'd find in the Eldar Codex, of course. The bone color with a little bit of gemstones and things like that splashed around, and of course the wild red hair. I did, for flavor, I painted the helmet she's stepping on as a broken down, sliced through ultramarine helmet. And she's stepping on it and pushing off, getting ready to attack her next victim. I always liked the model with the mirror swords. I like the way it looks when she's running. She's got a pair of them out. She's getting ready to slice and dice like some kind of infomercial. It is kind of funny too that these swords are as big as the model, so they must have some superior strength for a toughness 3 Eldar female to wield such a large weapon. The Overcasting, which is the out of print metal on the Banshees, is still pretty good. I've had some other complaints about the older ones, the other aspect warriors, but these ones actually have some decent definition and detail to them. The metal is kind of fiddly when you're gluing the arms on because it is somewhat heavy, and the model is kind of svelte and light, especially on the arms, so it is kind of a pain in the ass to glue the arms on there, but once they're glued in place, they're pretty stout. And you do get some maneuverability with putting the sword arm on. You can put it in different configurations, like you see here. She's swinging back, getting ready to go in for her kill as she takes her shot first and following it up with her strike from her sword. She's obviously just pointing at her next victim, saying, "I'm going to take you out. You're next, buddy." And get a little focus on her, yeah. The decal I put on, just like I've been doing with some other ones. Like I mentioned before, Eldar helmets are very rounded, conical shaped. Decal needs to be trimmed a little bit closer and put relief cuts in it so that way it folds, or I shouldn't say it folds, but conforms to the roundness of the helmet. Then put some clear coats of art coat over top of that so that way it holds that decal down and blends it in so it looks like it's actually painted on there. There was a couple of these. I think it might be this guy here. When I painted her, she was a test model. When I first got these models, way back in the day when I first started with Eldar, and I was kind of thick with the paint, and then I put the model down and painted other stuff for a while, and then I figured out how to thin my paints and make it look a little better, so then I came back and painted the rest of the squad itself, ending with the Exarch. I like the green. Again, that's a theme that you'll see with my foot models. There's a green somewhere in there because at the time they were to represent being with the Beltan war host, and it makes a nice uniformity with the rest of the squads. So as far as Banshees go, my question to everybody is, who's using them? Is anybody still running these guys? Has anybody found a way that gets them into combat without shooting them, without getting him all shot up? Sorry, I can't talk, it's still early. Has anybody, found some way to make the model overcome its handicap getting into combat? And if so, man, let the rest of us know what's working for you. Because these are a model that every single Eldar player loves and would love to put back in the Warhost. Even with the current edition rule set, it's still a power weapon. It'll still go through, 3-up armor. Can't do anything against a 2+ armor. In some regard, I think 5th edition was better for the Banshees when it came to just their rules alone, aside from the fact of the assault grenades. But their war shout alone with the Banshee mask was better in 5th. They got nerfed a little bit. I guess they were too good in 5th edition, and they wanted to just dumb them down a little bit. But is anybody running these right now? Has anybody figured out a way to put them in a transport, run them up, keep them in cover, and then have them assault the next turn without taking the penalty to the assault grenade or assaulting something in cover? Has anybody out there done it? I say let the rest of us know. Maybe this will be something that GW will eventually update with an FAQ. Probably not, though. I don't see that being the case. I think they've just kind of got this as it was. They did a cut and paste of the codex for the most part, and the new edition changed some of the rules, some new models. And sadly, these guys were left behind. So, let's see if I can grab this one. We'll bring her up a little bit closer, show her off. Compared to the other models like Warp Spiders, for example, these poses are a lot more dynamic and consequently look a lot better once they're on the tabletop and they're painted and you got all your decals and everything on there. I think this is one of the older ones. You can see where the paint's a little clumpy. So there you go, guys. Painted these models probably a good 2 years ago. Was it 2 years ago? No, I think I just recently finished the last couple of them. It's been a progression. The squad got painted over the course of 2 years. Well, let's just say that. And now that they're all done, they just kind of sit in their troop carrier, so to speak, and they don't come out. They haven't come out yet in 6th edition. Well, guys, thanks for watching my video and listening to my rant. If you have any comments, please post them down below. If you like the video, share it with your friends. Subscribe. Thanks for watching.